Town Council, and we do expect Madam Karom Kandawere, who's the Council Secretary, to lead the delegation. We hope that you'll be with us to follow all the deliberations that will be broadcast live on Parliament TV. My name is Mtalifeli Lesmate. I'm with my colleague Chola Kawama, of course, later on to be joined by Jason Manda. Enjoy watching Parliament TV.
Mark your calendar for the 2026 Youth Parliament. This Friday, 30th January 2026 at 09 hours, join the live broadcast of the Youth Parliament as they dive into the big conversations shaping Zambia's future, from pressing national issues to fresh ideas. Catch the action on DSTV channel 272, GoTV channel 28, Topstar channel 5, the National Assembly of Zambia Facebook and YouTube pages. It's this Friday, starting at 09 hours. Be part of the dialogue. Make a date.
Transform your office, retail or branch space with DSTV for Business. Add top entertainment at great value with one of our DSTV work packages, the Ultra or Essential, and create a welcoming and informative setting with cutting-edge news, business, sports, lifestyle, music channels, and much more. Contact us today and let our experts guide you in selecting the perfect package. When it comes to entertainment, DSTV for Business is your ultimate partner.
Member Town Council, good morning and welcome to your committee on local government accounts. Before we start our session, we would like to confer on you the immunities under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia, that whatever you say before this committee cannot be used against you in the courts of law or outside this meeting. However, if you choose to willfully mislead the committee, the opposite. So it's our belief as a committee that being seasoned local government practitioners will give us information that is factual and verifiable. With that said, I would like to once again welcome you and ask that you introduce yourself. Congratulations, Town Clerk.
Thank you, Chair.
You can start with yourself.
Chair, my name is Karom Kandawere. I'm accompanied by my officers. I'll ask them to introduce themselves.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair. My name is Innocent Chira, Director Engineering.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning, honorable members.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning, members of the committee. My name is Akayomboka Gabriel, Director, Human Resource and Administration.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members. Andrew Kawa is my name, Director Planning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members. My name is Abanda Obri, Director Finance.
Thank you. Apologies for the technical issue for our microphones. They are being addressed. I hope behind there they are working. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. My name is Pumulo Mumbona.
You can speak up. We are live on TV.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members. My name is Pumulo Mumbona, Senior Internal Auditor, MUMBWA Town.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Good morning, Chair. I'm Catherine Kalumba, Director Health.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. I'm George Kasonde, Assistant Procurement Officer.
Thank you. We can have our permanent witnesses introduce ourselves. That microphone is not working. How about the next one? So all of them are not. Secretariat.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. Our witness, good morning. I am Chirimboy Elijah from the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly. Thank you, Chair.
So we jump to the AG's office.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. Good morning, CS and your team. My name is Chilekwa Pethias, representing Director Audits, Central Province.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, members of this committee. Good morning, witness. My name is Beverly Nzala from the Office of the Clerk.
Okay, let's just give ourselves 2 minutes so that we sort out the issues of the microphones.
For still watching Parliament TV, and unfortunately we just counted a hiccup there, but we'll get back to you, our dear viewers, once we rectify the problem. So if you've just tuned into Parliament TV, thank you very much for joining us. And with you this morning, my name is Mtalifelile Smate, and my colleagues Jason Manda and Chola Kauma will join me in a few moments. So just to mention that the committee is considering the report of the Auditor General on the Constituency Development Fund for the financial year ended 31st December 2024. And appearing before the committee is MUMBWA Town Council, and the leader of the delegation is Ms. Carol Mukandawire. So in a short while, we'll indeed take you back once we rectify the problem that we are facing, the technical issue there. So stay tuned to Parliament TV, the station that is indeed dedicated to bringing Parliament closer to you. You can watch us on DSTV on channel 272, Topstar channel 5, and indeed GoTV channel 28. So stay tuned as we bring Parliament TV closer to you, hoping that you'll be with us up to the time that we indeed end today's broadcast.
For Mungango.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Chair. Morning, fellow members of Parliament. Morning, our permanent witnesses, Secretariat, good morning to you. MUMBWA Town Council, good morning to you too. You are most welcome to National Assembly. I'm Mwene Luhamba, Member of Parliament for Mangango. Thank you.
Chairperson, good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mulunda Darius, Member of Parliament for Siavonga constituency, and the member of this committee. Chairperson, I thank you.
Thank you. MUMBWA Council, my name is Mishek Mtetwa Nyambos. I represent the wonderful people of Chasefu constituency in the eastern part of Zambia, and I'm privileged to chair this committee, your committee. With that said, I'd like to ask you to take us through your report.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I want to seek your indulgence to allow me make corrections to some tables. I think there are some tables where we made corrections, and would want to ask that you allow those corrections to be part of the report, Chair.
I've already conferred immunities on you. You are free to pass on the amendments. We were guided initially by the AG's office that there were some reconciliations that were supposed to take place on the figures on the tables. So we are going to go with the figures from MUMBWA Council. Then I know there is a process of your office and the AG's office to reconcile. So we have already agreed. Unless you have any other information, you can give us.
That is the information I wanted, Chair. All the information has been inserted in the report, Chair.
Thank you. You can go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Specific audit findings under Nangoma constituency. Installation of the water reticulation system at Chawena Rural Health Post. Chair, management response, cause of the query. Management acknowledges the findings of the auditor and wishes to state that this was as a result of failure in the substructure due to oversaturation of the ground with water as a result of a faulty float switch, which led to the collapse of the tank in the 11th month of the defect liability period. The action taken, management wishes to report that the tank has been erected and water supply restored to the facility using the retention of funds, following non-adherence of instruction by the contractor to remedy the defect. We have attached the evidence, Chair, at Appendix 1. Remedial measures. Management will endeavor to continuously monitor project post-completion period into the defect liability period as part of quality assurance and guaranteeing of value of money. That was on the specific findings, Chair. Cross-cutting issues on because of the query. The query is a result of not receiving the whole budgeted amount in the two constituencies. The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development only releases the next funding upon exhausting the previous disbursement. Action taken, management wrote to the Ministry for the variance, and the Council has since received the funds. I refer you to Appendix 2, Chair. Remedial measures. Management will continue communicating with the Ministry whenever there is a delay in funding. Appendix 1.1, retained funds. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings and wishes to state that the retained funds were utilized towards the procurement of the ambulances and motorbikes. The action taken, management wishes to state that the motorbikes and the ambulances have since been delivered to the district. I refer you to Appendix 3, Chair. Remedial measures. Management will continue to comply with the government policies and directives in the implementation of the constituency development funds. Appendix 2.1, and spent funds on community projects. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observations and wishes to state that this was as a result of partial funding of some projects, non-responsiveness to some projects advertised on EGP above an amount of 1 million, and subsequently re-advertisement of the projects, extension of contracts as a result of the rainy season that made accessibility to sites difficult. Action taken. Management wishes to state that the funds have been expensed on the various projects for both MUMBWA Central and Nangoma constituencies. The balances are the retention amounts on the projects amounting to 600 635,228.20 and 515,684.71 for MUMBWA and Nangoma constituencies respectively, as the project are still in the defect liability period. I refer you to the table below, and for details, Chair, we've attached Appendix 4. Remedial measure: management will endeavor to complete projects within the financial year by strict adherence to the project implementation plan. Appendix 2.2 on unspent funds on empowerment grant. We have a corrected table there, Chair, which indicates that we had 142,417 under MUMBWA Central and NEO under Nangoma. Cause of query: the unspent funds under MUMBWA Central was due to the failure by the clubs to submit the bank details. Action taken: funds have since been disbursed. See Appendix 5, Chair. Remedial measure: management will endeavor to continuously engage stakeholders and the beneficiaries on the importance of submitting bank details on time. Appendix 2.3, unspent funds on secondary boarding and skills development. Cause of query: the query is as a result of the council failing to spend all the funds under bursaries for secondary boarding and skills development. This was as a result of failure by some students awarded bursaries to report for school, and also the low uptake under Nangoma constituency. Action taken: funds have since been utilized, Chair. I refer you to Appendix 6. Remedial measures: management will endeavor to continuously engage the community through sensitization on the CDF bursaries to improve the uptake and also ensure early publication of names of successful applicants. Appendix 2.4, unspent funds under loans. Management has actually corrected the report, Chair, which indicates that we had 94,324.39 under MUMBWA Central and 362,765.68 under Nangoma constituency. Cause of query: management wishes to state that the balance of unspent funds is as a result of the loan repayments in the revolving fund. Action taken: funds have since been utilized, Chair, and I refer you to Appendix 7. Remedial measures: management will endeavor to ensure that the loan performance reports are made timely to the constituency development funds for the loans, so that timely decision is also made to disburse the loans to the beneficiaries within the financial year. Appendix 2.5, unspent funds under administrative cost. Chair, we also have the corrected amount there. On the unspent under MUMBWA Central, we had 81,479, and under Nangoma, we had 573,279. Cause of query: the administrative component supports the implementation of all other CDF components. Hence, it can only be exhausted once these other components have been completed. The unspent funds is as a result of the funds for projects, bursaries, and loan repayments not fully exhausted during the financial year. Action taken: management wishes to state that the funds have since been spent as shown in the table below, Chair. I refer you to Appendix 8 for details, Chair. Remedial measures: management has devised a CDF project implementation plan as a roadmap for the timely implementation of CDF activities to avoid delays, and will endeavor to strictly adhere to it. Appendix 3, community projects. Chair, we had a number of projects that were in progress. I seek your guidance whether I need to go through the table one by one, Chair.
No, you can proceed.
Under 2023, we had the construction of 2 chiefs' palaces for His Royal Highness Chief Kaindu and His Royal Highness Chief Mulendema. And the cause of the query was the late advance payment and bad road network. Action taken: advances have since been processed, and the bad road network improved post-rain season. Chair, I refer you to Appendix 9.1 for details. The status as of now, Chair, is that His Royal Highness Chief Kaindu's palace is at 90% and His Royal Chief Mulendema's palace is at 92%. That is under the 2023, Chair. Under the 2024, under MUMBWA constituency, Chair, we had the construction of Kapepe Bridge in Nalusanga Ward. The cause of the query was the non-responsiveness by bidders, leading to the advertisement of the project twice. Action taken: tender was awarded after re-advertisement. Chair, we refer you to Appendix 9.2, and this project is 100% complete. Grading and spot graveling of Nakanjoli Road. Cause of query, excessive rain and inadequate road equipment. Action taken. Procurement of road equipment in 2025 was done and roads graded accordingly. See Appendix 9.3, and the project is 100% complete. Installation of plumbing works and water reticulation system at Kabulwebulwe Health Post Staff House. Cause of query, excessive rain and impassable road network made the contractor apply for extension of time. And the action taken is that the extension of time was awarded to ensure that the project is completed. And we want to report that this is 100% complete. Construction of one staff house, ablution block, incinerator, electrical wiring, and water reticulation at Musakamawe Health Post. Cause of query, non-responsiveness by bidders leading to advertisement of the project twice. Action taken is that the tender was awarded after re-advertisement. Chair will refer you to Appendix 9.5 and want to report that the project has since been completed. Grading of Nankala, Namonde and Shimbuzia roads. Cause of query, excessive rain and inadequate equipment. Action taken, supporting equipment was procured and roads were graded. And Chair, we want to indicate that this was completed and verified and recommended for closure by the Office of the Auditor General. Drilling, installation and equipping of 23 boreholes in various wards. The cause of the query is that there were site disputes by communities and road accessibility prolonged Attorney General's clearance delayed the completion of the project. And we want to report that the project was awarded and 100% complete. Construction of maternity wing and solar piped water reticulation system at Kanwa Zira Rural Health Center. The cause of the query is that there was non-responsiveness by bidders leading to advertisement of the project twice and also prolonged Attorney General clearance. Action taken, tender was awarded and after re-advertisement to ensure completion, and the project is 100% complete. Procurement of an ambulance under MUMBWA Central. It was being handled, the procurement of the project was centrally done, and action taken, the ambulance was delivered in 2025. We refer you to Appendix 9.9, and the project is 100% complete, was verified and recommended for closure. Procurement of 6 Chiefs Retainers motorbikes. Cause of the query is that the central procurement, it was a centrally managed procurement process. And action taken is that the Chiefs Retainers bikes were delivered in 2025. See Appendix 9.10, and the project was is 100% complete, Chair. Maternity wing and solar piped water at Chankwankwa Rural Health Center. Cause of the query is that there was non-responsiveness to the advert leading to advertisement of the project twice. Action taken, tender awarded after re-advertisement. Chair will refer you to Appendix 9.1, and the project is 100% complete. Construction of a modern police station, Phase 1. Chair, this project, the cause of the query is that this project required additional funding from the 2025 allocation, and there was non-responsiveness leading to re-advertisement of the project twice. Action taken is that funds have been allocated under the 2025 tender awarded after re-advertisement. See Appendix 9.2, Chair, and the status is that the clearing of the site is in progress, Chair, and actually the foundation has been done, Chair. Installation of 60,000 liters solar water scheme in Lutali. The cause of the query is that the rain season impacted negatively in 2024 due to accessibility, and action taken is that extension of time was awarded to the contractor to complete the project, and the project is 100% complete. I refer you to Appendix 9.13, Chair. Construction of a maternity wing and solar piped water reticulation system at Naluvi Rural Health Center. Cause of the query, non-responsiveness to the advert leading to the advertisement of the project 3 times, Chair. Tender was awarded after the advertisement, Chair, and see Appendix 9.14. The project is 90% complete and painting currently in progress, Chair. Installation of solar-powered 60,000 liters water scheme in Chibodio. Cause of the query, non-responsiveness, leading to the advertisement of the project 3 times. Action taken, the tender was awarded after re-advertisement. See Appendix 9.15, Chair, and the project is 100% complete. Construction of drainages in town to 4 ways roundabout. Cause of the query, non-responsiveness to the adverts, which was advertised 3 times, Chair. Action taken is the tender has been awarded after re-advertisement, and the project is 100% complete. Construction of drainages in town to 4 ways roundabout. Chair, I think that is done. That is under MUMBWA Central. Under Nangoma constituency, we have construction of a footbridge in Katengwa zone. The Chair, this project required additional funding, which was given in 2025, and the project is now 100% complete. I refer you to Appendix 9.17. Construction of a 1x3 classroom block at Malima Primary School. Cause of the query, excessive rain and impassable road network made the contractor apply for extension of time, and the extension of time, Chair, was granted to ensure that the project is completed, and the project is 100% complete, verified and recommended for closure. Construction of a 1x3 classroom block at Chuena Hope School. Chair, there was a stop order that was issued by project manager to the contractor to undertake corrective actions, which resulted also in the compensation event. And I would want to report that the extension of time was awarded, and the project is 100% complete. Construction of the maternity annex at Nangoma Hospital. Cause of the query is that there were delays in contract clearance by the Office of the Auditor of the Attorney General's Office. The contract was cleared and project is complete. Chair will refer you to Appendix 9.20. The project was actually verified and recommended for closure. Construction of a health post in Kalindi Village. There were delays in contract clearance by the Office of the Attorney General, and this resulted in the extension of time awarded to ensure completion. 100% complete, verified and recommended for closure. Supply and delivery of 180 days for Nachivila and Namalima Primary School. The delivery of this awaited completion of the classroom blocks, Chair, there causing the query, and we would want to report that the classroom blocks were completed and the days were delivered. We refer you to Appendix 9.22. The project is 100% complete, verified and recommended for closure. Construction of a staff house at Mukuyu Arombe for health post. Cause of the query is that we had a bad road network, which impacted negatively on the delivery of materials, thereby causing the contractor to apply for extension of time, which extension of time was granted to ensure completion, and the project is 100% complete. We refer you to Appendix 9.23. Installation of the water reticulation system at Malindi Rural Health Center. Chair, this project was completed on time, and it's actually 100% complete. Procurement of an ambulance, central procurement process delayed the project, and the ambulance was procured and delivered, and we refer you to Appendix 9.25. The project was complete, verified and recommended for closure. Procurement of a 1 motorbike. The project was also handled centrally in terms of procurement. The motorbike was procured and the project is 100% complete. We refer you to Appendix 9.26. Grading and graveling of Nachilumbe Road. Cause of the query is that we had excessive rain and inadequate road equipment. Action taken is that the procurement of road equipment was done in 2025 and roads graded. We refer you to Appendix 9.27 and the project is complete. Installation of water reticulation at Kizwe Health Post. Cause of the query, impassable road network and breakdown of the track made the contractor apply for extension of time, which extension of time was granted, Chair, and the project is 100% complete. Installation of water reticulation at Muchabi Health Post. The cause of the query is that there was non-responsiveness to the advert, leading to advertisement of the project twice. Action taken is that the tender was awarded after re-advertisement. Chair, we refer you to Appendix 9.29. This project was verified and recommended for closure. Chair. Installation of water reticulation at Loili Health Post. The contractor drilled 2 dry boreholes, and the delay was also because he was sourcing the required materials. Action taken, the borehole siting was done and drilled. The project is 100% complete. Installation of water reticulation at Namavanga Health Post. Excessive rain and impassable road network delayed the project. Chair, and which led to the extension of time, which was awarded, and the project is 100% complete. Completion of a 1x3 classroom block at Nachivila Primary School. Excessive rain also impacted negatively on the project, and extension of time was granted, and the project is 100% complete. Chair, we refer you to the appendices under Appendix 9. Chair, remedial measures management to ensure that there is timely project and contract management and adherence so that projects are actually completed on time. Chair. Appendix 3.1 is on analysis of the performance of DES. Chair. We had 2 DES which were undelivered at the time of audit, 180 DES amounting to 270 under Nangoma constituency. Cause of query: management acknowledges the findings of the Auditor General and wishes to state that the cause of the query was as a result of incomplete classroom blocks at Nachivila Primary School and Shakumbila Primary School in Nangoma constituency, where 180 days were meant to be delivered at the time of audit. Action taken: the days have since been delivered to the intended schools. See Appendix 10. Chair. Remedial measures: the local authority will ensure that all days are packaged as part of the whole scope for the Greenfield project, such as classrooms, to ensure that there's easier integration and delivery of the days. Chair. Appendix 6 is on the Youth and Women Empowerment Grant Performance Analysis. Chair, we also have a corrected table there that shows that 2,588,007 funds were undisbursed, and under MUMBWA Central, and 2,366,407 under Nangoma constituency. Cause of the query: management acknowledges the observations made by the auditors and wishes to state that the failure to spend the 142,417 was as a result of failure by the beneficiaries to provide the banking details. Action taken: management has since paid the beneficiaries, and the matter was observed by the auditors during the audit. That is under the Nangoma constituency. Under MUMBWA constituency. Chair, management wishes to respond that the payments to the beneficiaries were made, and the payment vouchers and bank statements are available for verification, and we refer you to Appendix 11. Remedial measures: management will strive to enhance the literacy training among the approved applicants before disbursements of the funds. Chair. Appendix 7.2, failure to recover loans. Cause of query: management acknowledges the observations made by the auditors and wishes to state that the cause of the query was due to non-compliance on loan conditions by the loan beneficiaries. Action taken: management wishes to state that the local authority engaged and served the defaulters with demand notices. We refer you to Appendix 12. Chair. Remedial measures: management will endeavor to continue engaging and educating the loan beneficiaries on the importance of observing the signed loan agreements, and will consider resorting to other options such as seeking legal redress. Appendix 8 on bursaries performance analysis. Chair. Cause of query: the query is as a result of some applicants not meeting the eligibility criteria through wrong course, age, and failure to attach acceptance letters. Action taken: management wishes to state that the funds were spent in the following financial year. We refer you to Appendix 13 and 6. Chair. Remedial measures: management has been conducting community engagement on the eligibility criteria for accessing the CDF skills development and school bursaries. Chair, I submit.
Thank you very much, Council Secretary, for that submission. Honorable members, it's now time for us to interact with the Council management. Honorable Member for Dindonezi, Dr. Singombe.
Chairman, I'm very grateful for giving me this opportunity, and may I also take this opportunity to thank MUMBWA Town Council for their submission. Chairman, I want to seek clarification on page 5.
We go to page 5?
Page 5, Chair, when you look at the cause of this query, just at the foot of that statement, we are being informed that the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development only releases the next funding upon exhausting the previous disbursement, which is correct. But when you come to the remedial measures, management will continue communicating with the ministry whenever there is a delay in funding. So I don't see the connection there, because it is the council that delayed in disbursing the funds or utilizing the funds. Now, how do they want now to go back to the ministry to communicate to them for the delayed funds? So for me, Chair, I really want to know what could have delayed, because here they are saying the ministry can only disburse the money after exhausting. So what could have delayed the council in spending this money on time, so that more funds were them to really join the two states? See, so the remedial measures for me should be looking about themselves to ensure that monies are disbursed, more funding from the ministry.
Very important. Council Secretary, can you help us reconcile the two positions? You are free to ask any one of your directors to assist you.
Thank you very much, Chair. I think the observations are very valid. The reason why we did not receive this is because we still had an unspent funds, and some of the issues that we had in delaying to request for funds is that we still had funds because we delayed in the projects, and I think the observations are taken, and I'll ask probably maybe Director of Finance to maybe say one or two things.
Director of Finance.
Thank you, Chair. What has been the trend mostly is when we request for funding from the ministry, you are not given the whole amount that you request. Sometimes it depends on the availability of the funding at the ministry. When you request, let's say 7 million, if there are a lot of requests from various councils, you might not be given the whole 7 million. You might even be given 4 million, all of you that you have requested. Thank you.
Okay, so what should have happened, the position that the government took was that they release monies. Once monies are released, you pay the outstanding IPCs. You clear them as you wait for more money to come. So they wait. If you don't pay the money that is sitting in your account until you have zero balance, that's when they release more money. That's the position which they took, and I supported that. But there are certain councils who have millions being kept in their accounts and no progress in terms of what is happening on the ground. So that was taking the money away from government instead of doing other programs. So now it meant now that the councils should do their best to ensure that they exhaust the monies, pay the people as the contractors, so that you receive more money. I think you have taken note of that. So next time as you respond, reconcile the two statements so that it flows as guided by Honorable Singombe. I have a question on page 4. The installation of water reticulation at Chawena Rural Health Post. This is a delayed completion, or maybe not delayed, it was executed, but the water tank collapsed within the defect liability period. Immediately after being handed over, it collapsed. What could have made this particular water scheme collapse within a short period of time? Where the quality issues
The tank was completed on time. So water kept running, and I think the ground became saturated. Observations were made, I think, before interventions could be made. Unfortunately, the tank had collapsed. So we took action and asked the contractor to come back and remedy the issue. Unfortunately, she was not able to come through, and we had to utilize the retention funds and supply water to the facility, and this was done.
You indicated that it had a faulty, you call it floater switch or float switch. The technical language you know better, but as in the compounds we call it floater switch. So that regulates if the tank reaches a certain level, the water supply is cut, then it drains, then a certain level, regulating so that the water does not overflow from the tank, the ground. If you are super
it's quite interesting. He's talking about the grounds becoming wet. What happens in the rain season like now? Because I thought whether the area is wet or what is supposed to stand. So for me, I really want to know what could have caused this tank to collapse. The issue of the ground becoming wet may not be a reason, because the tank has collapsed as a result of wet ground. So, Director, just be specific so that we are able, we are also learning as we ask questions, because we all have constituencies. So as you pick as we can be learning something as we do these things from our various constituencies. We're able to apply the knowledge that you are bringing to this committee.
Thank you. A good one. Rain season. All of them should collapse. Director.
Your observations have been noted. I think it was not, of course, it didn't collapse during the rain season. I think the issue was reported to us, and unfortunately, by the time we were able to attend to it, we discovered that the tank had collapsed and the ground seemed to be oversaturated with.
Now, I want to help. My friends they are raising their hands. Now, I want to help because you have mentioned a very critical point where I was going, CS. By the time the council was acting, it was too late. Now I want you move with me looking at when were you audited? Just mention the month and year.
September 2025. Chair.
Yes. Now, this project was handed over on in December 2024, correct?
Yes, Chair.
December 2024, you were audited in, is it October? September,
October, yes. October, sorry, October,
yes. October 2025. Now, if you look at the dates, the completion certificate is in December, then you audited in September. Look at the date when you wrote to the contractor, Appendix 1. On 7th October 2025, instruction order form you wrote to the contractor. In October, after being audited, or during the time of audit, that is when you wrote to the contractor. Why did it take you long? Almost a year. To respond until auditors came in October. That's when you wrote the instruction order form.
May I respond to that, Chair?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I think the timelines there, I think, need to be understood, and I'll try to elaborate on the timelines. The project was completed as at December 2024, so it was operational for a period of 10 months. Unfortunately, it was at the time we were being audited that we got that report of the tank collapsing when we were with the auditors, when they were in MUMBWA. So the timeline is correct.
So it collapsed in October 2025?
When the auditors were in MUMBWA Central.
When the auditors were on site, that's when it collapsed?
When we got that report, and we just had to issue that instruction as a way to ensure that it is
be clear. When you got a report, when did the tank stand collapse?
The tank stand collapsed, I think it was before this, around 6th October, somewhere there.
Okay.
Yes.
Honorable Member?
I appreciate, to some extent, I tend to get to his submission because he is saying, actually, this water was not like he had put it, the valve, the fourth valve, and the water was not like splashing, it wasn't going anywhere, but it was sinking to the foundation of the stand, isn't it? And that is what caused the collapse to some extent. Yes, I believe, but what was expected of the local authorities immediately, because that water wasn't like flowing anywhere, it was sinking actually to the foundation, because for this thing to stand for the period of 10 months. It shows that the foundations were, to some extent, the right standard, or they are correct report. So I agree with his submission. Chairperson, I wanted to make a comment after looking at the projects for 2023 and 2024. But I don't know how the administrative component stands as for now, because really it appears to me Director Engineering is using that money, because after seeing all the projects completed, and you know, it means even tires are finishing in MUMBWA. Thank you, Chairperson.
Okay. So on a lighter note, let me ask Honorable Mene to ask a follow-up question.
Thank you, Chair. Just on the same stand.
Yes.
Yes, Chair. CS or Director Engineer, what measures have you avoid such future occurrences in terms of the usage of materials, or venturing into usage of quality materials, or venturing into maybe those tank stands that are made of solid blocks that are maybe durable and so on? What measures have you thought of? Because if we can have tank stands, Chair, that can only last for a year or less, then we are progressing at all. So what measures have you taken as a council, as a submission?
Director, the major measures, or maybe let us speak to what are you doing in terms of monitoring the contractors?
We have ensured that we'll be proactive post the completion of projects in the defects liability period. Of course, working with the end users who can quickly inform us if there's any other issues. Then in terms of maybe handling tanks in the future, I think we'll pay particular attention to ground conditions and how best these tanks could be designed and installed.
Council Secretary, we would like to place it on record as a committee that okay, one more. I will allow Honorable Kamondo.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson, to give me this chance to ask just some points of clarifications. I take you to page 16. The issue here, Honorable Chairperson, is failure to recover loans. You are aware, Honorable Chairperson, that we have now a crisis. People are still thinking that they do still continue getting these loans, and for 2026 this loan component is no longer there, but people are still wanting to get loans. Now, I've been trying to go through this. The loan recoveries that are there are not very impressive. Like for instance, MUMBWA. When you look at MUMBWA, the loan recovery rate is just at 14.5%. And then in Angoma about 8.9%. Now, I've been told that the defaulters have been written to, and the demand notices have been provided to them. So I wanted to ask, from the time these defaulters were engaged, how much progress has been made? Is this that you have reported the progress that has been made? And also you had alluded to the fact that the reason why these defaulters defaulted because there was non-compliance on the loan conditions by the beneficiaries.
I'd like you to maybe tell us exactly what could have been the real problem and what has happened after engaging the defaulters. What are their compliance levels? Thank you.
Before you respond, CS, the bonus all the same. It's on the grants. If you look at the figures of the grants there on the schedule for MUMBWA, 2,588,007 total unspent money in 2024. For Nangoma, 2,360,646 kwacha unspent. These are huge sums, and you have attributed it to failure to spend to, you said management acknowledges the observations made by the auditors and wishes to state that the failure to spend the 142,417 was a result of failure by the beneficiaries to provide bank details, and I want to emphasize come to the bank details. Why did it take the auditors until auditors visited? That's when you got the bank details, and you have since disbased. What was the planning department doing in engaging the beneficiaries before auditors visited? Auditors visited almost a year after the approvals. Why did it take long? Where was the planning department? CS.
Thank you, Chair. I'll start with the first question on the loan recoveries, Chair. Chair, it is not government's policy to prosecute people anyhow in terms of the defaulters. As a local authority, we are trying as much as possible to exhaust the administrative processes that we have in place, and before resorting to court that we give. It is actually last year that we had issues, but the beneficiaries were paying, but at some point they stopped paying. So we are trying to have given the demand notice, failure to which Chair will have no choice, would have given people adequate time to just trying to exhaust the administrative procedure before resorting to court matters. Secondly, coming to the issues of the under expenditure was actually under MUMBWA Central, where we had 142, and where we're talking about the club not submitting the bank details. I'll ask Director Planning probably maybe just to shed the light on the same.
Yes, DPO.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, like stated, we did manage to communicate with the affected parties, but unfortunately the response they delayed. But however, we managed, Chair, and we were able to clear them. Going forward, Chair, we will endeavor to see to it that we engage the beneficiaries so that we are able to get the correct details and be able to clear them on time. I submit, Chair.
So what is the problem? What was the problem with this particular? Switch off your mic. What was the problem with this particular group which was deprived money because they had planned maybe to venture into agriculture or any other project? In that period, almost a year, no one from the council was visiting them, from planning department to visit them to check if they can submit the bank details. They only were visited, or maybe they only provided, when the auditors came, that's when we went and said, bring your bank details. It's quite strange. What happened particularly? Before you answer, let me ask Rene Bokamondo to make another comment.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. CS, indeed, I agree with you that government intentions are not to prosecute the defaulters. It is correct. However, any person that wishes to get a loan should first of all look at the conditions of that loan. The intentions of government is that this is a revolving fund which the first people, when they get it, they pay back. After paying back, those that could not have been benefiting can also benefit. I think that is the most important, so that benefit. Now, about through this report, one of the issues that led to these people to vote was due to non-compliance on loan conditions. I'm sure our council would agree with me. If you don't comply with the conditions which you had agreed and appended your signature, already you have started defaulting. That is already an issue on its own. So, which of those conditions did these beneficiaries did not comply, which led to defaulting? And then the other one that I wanted to talk about is that we want many people to get these loans. And now, I've also observed there are two constituencies. The other one is trying. The other one is still very low in terms of recoveries. What could be the problem? These are same people, same Zambians. Did you do the due diligence to make sure that these people are taken through very well, so that at least they comply and pay back?
Same officers, two constituencies. The other constituency is trying, the other side is not trying. What is it that you are doing effectively, the other side you are not doing it? Yes, those are the last comments you can make as we conclude.
Chair, we also rely on the bank to do much of the due diligence as the people that have actually got so much experience in these loans. But we want to assure the House that once we exhaust the administrative procedures, we'll take the next steps, Chair. Yes, it's not government's policy to prosecute people, but we ensure that we exhaust the administrative procedures, and if things demand that we take legal action, we'll do as such to recover government funds, Chair. That is what I can state. So in terms of why the other people are paying and why the others are not paying, Chair, it is very difficult for me to state in this House. I might mislead the House, Chair. So we'll do the needful, Chair, through the demand notices.
This unfortunate group that was visited only when the auditors came, DPO, why did it take that long, depriving that group to get their grant?
Chair, as stated in the remedial measures, we have a challenge with the...
Speak up, I can't get you.
Chair, as stated on our remedial measures, we have the challenge with the literacy levels of our people. Some of them compliance, it's even difficult, even on a matter where they are benefiting. So we had engaged them. I think we have attached letters where we had sent them notices to provide, but still the response was they delayed in responding.
DPO, you are not telling the truth. The demand for grants there is huge. Everyone failing to open a bank account, everyone, that will be the first thing they will do. So help the people in that area. Be fair to them. If the CDF committees have approved for the grants, you planners, you go down now to sensitize them, give them literacy talks. They go to open the accounts, you make follow-ups so that this money leaves the account. If the money still remains there in the account, you will not get the float from the Ministry of Law Government. So let's do the correct thing. In conclusion, I wanted to state very clear here on behalf of the committee, Council Secretary, that the report for MUMBWA is a huge improvement. Since we started in 2022, both Nangoma and the MUMBWA constituencies, MUMBWA had bad reports. We had to refer them. This time around, MUMBWA has only one specific audit finding, meaning that the rest were cross-cutting issues. This is commendable, CS. Please, as a team, continue. Let's change the narrative of MUMBWA. Do the correct thing. This is very encouraging. This is very encouraging to MUMBWA. Keep it up. It shows that now the resources by government are being utilized properly. Auditors, we want to encourage you that what you are doing, engage with the staff on the ground, ensure that these audit queries, now we are coming almost to zero. It will only be cross-cutting issues. Even those cross-cutting issues, let's improve. If it's skills development monies, release them. Quickly release. Verify. Planning department, if you are busy, audit, then we shall do the best. So we want to say thank you so much to MUMBWA, having one query and the rest are cross-cutting issues. Please, this is how it's supposed to be. This is the desire of the president. This is the desire of the government to ensure that the resources are reaching the people who are intended to benefit from these resources. So thank you very much. On behalf of the committee, I can't hide that this excitement from the committee. Then we are moving forward. Pray for us so that we come back here, so that next year we check that MUMBWA will be zero audit. So we are very happy, sis. We wish you well. The immunity that was conferred is hereby withdrawn. And please go back, work as a team, do your best. Thank you very much. As you go back, wish you well.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, members.
Mark your calendar for the 2026 Youth Parliament. This Friday, 30th January 2026 at 09 hours, join the live broadcast of the Youth Parliament as they dive into the big conversations shaping Zambia's future, from pressing national issues to fresh ideas. Catch